All right, let's get started. Elon Musk visits Auschwitz concentration camp. Why did he go there? I don't know. Maybe he was taking notes. Who knows? Okay. He went there with, of course, Ben Shabibo. You know, two fascists at like one of the most important fascist monuments, a testament to like how devastating fascism can be. Interesting that they went there. What were they doing there? I do not know. This guy is a Nazi himself, basically. Okay. I mean, he is like straight up a white nationalist. And this guy, sure, not anti-Semitic, but definitely, unless you're talking about bad Jews, he always does that. But also, you know, hires fascists, is like responsible for a metric ton of like fascist rhetoric. But hey, guys, it's cool. They're pro-Israel, and also, you know, they're at the Auschwitz concentration camp. So, you know, don't worry. Let's completely overlook like the things that they say and do on a daily basis. Anyway, let's talk about two fascists going to Auschwitz.
Birkenau was divided into smaller sectors.
I gotta mention something. Dude, I will put my entire chest on this. I'm not Jewish, as you guys know. Okay, I am Muslim. I'm a Turkish guy, culturally Muslim, not exactly someone who practices Islam. But having said that, as a person who despises fascism and wants to eradicate it, there is nothing grosser to me, at least, and I suspect my friends from every different background will agree with this, that are also anti-fascist. There's nothing grosser than having two dudes who are unbelievably in support of virtually every kind of fascist movement going to a fucking concentration camp to do a media op to be like, look at us. You should not be anywhere near the Holocaust concentration camps. Like, you should not be able to use that as a way to do positive PR for yourself. It is wild. In my opinion, this act, especially because like the groups that are facilitating this are doing it in a deliberate way to like whitewash the anti-Semitism accusations launched towards X, which is a platform riddled to the brim with Nazis, right? The fact that you would be a Jewish organization that facilitated this is insane. It's crazy. What are you doing? Like, what the fuck are you doing? You are just weaponizing the memory of the Holocaust to launder the reputation of a dude whose platform is just filled to the fucking brim with Nazis. To the goddamn brim. That's nuts. To me, I think this is worse than when, like, who was the basketball player who went to the fucking Holocaust memorial and like took a selfie? Like, I think going to the Holocaust memorial and taking like a fucking sexy selfie is disrespectful. This is more disrespectful. Yeah, it was Danny Green, right? Like, straight up. I think allowing straight fucking fascists to launder their reputation at the concentration camp after correct accusations that like they're both, you know, either directly hiring anti-Semitic people or, you know, allowing anti-Semitism to thrive, like to be able to use the memory of the Holocaust to do PR for this kind of thing is wild to me. And yes, I know Ben is an Orthodox Jew, except Ben has said a shit ton of anti-Semitic things. Ben has defended anti-Semitism. Ben has defended anti-Semitism for the likes of Ann Coulter, for example, and has openly said, I don't care that she's saying anti-Semitic shit because she's pro-Israel, undeniably. And that's it. That's all I care about. Like, Ben is not hiding his perspective. He does not care if someone is anti-Semitic as long as they're pro-Israel. It's very odd that people can't see through this. I like how they teamed up for this one. What awful shit do you think the other people in the folding chairs did? I don't know. They're probably just like normal people. It's crazy, man. It's actually crazy. Elon is also wearing a kippah. I don't know what the move is there. I don't know what's happening there, but you know, he's also been accused of fueling the anti-Semitic conspiracy theory on X. Bro, this guy literally said, dude, it's so funny. Every time a right winger says some crazy shit like Jews are doing the great replacement, which is what Elon Musk boosted, right? Remember, like a couple months ago, he straight up was like, yeah, Jews are doing unlimited immigration in the Western world. And now all those immigrants fucking hate the Jews. Like, guess what? Sucks to suck. I'm like, that's what the Nazis unironically said and kept saying after World War II. Like you're just directly, it's like Sig Heiling at that point. I know that like liberals love hyper focusing on the aesthetics, but like that's a crazy thing to come back from, to just be like, yeah, that's right. I just went to the Auschwitz, so I'm good now. Like I went to Israel. I said, go ahead, guys, keep pounding Gaza. Shit's fire. It's like, what are we doing? What's going on? This is the memory of one of the most significant crimes of the 20th century, mechanized murder, and you're just sitting there and you're using that to just be like, nah, dude, I love Jews actually, even though they do a lot of the unlimited immigration in the Western world, which I hate. Come on, Jews, don't do that. But also, I don't hate you guys. Okay, sick, man. Cool. I guess that's fine. It's like when Marjorie Taylor Greene had to go to a Holocaust memorial and then write a fucking write an essay on why the Holocaust was bad. Like after posting on Facebook that like Jewish space lasers were responsible for California wildfires. Did Elon write a book report too? There is not an anti-Semite that's pro-Israel, by the way, of course. That's the qualifier. That Ben Shapiro will not hug and kiss. As long as you are pro-Israel, Ben will 100% will whitewash you, will try to improve your reputation. There is not a guy who cares less about anti-Semitism than Ben Shapiro, okay? Straight up. And now this is also pretty funny because like all the people that will look to my criticism of this and go, oh yeah, Hasan, remember when you platformed a 19-year-old Yemeni dude who I suspect is doing child slavery, systematic rape, and also specifically hates Jews? No, I didn't watch the interview. I don't care what he had to say. I just made up my mind. So he must be all of those things. And I think you're, what you did was really fucked up. You are so much worse than Elon Musk. It's awesome. Okay, couple things in that situation. Something to remember here. That dude's life experiences are a little bit different, I think, than motherfucking Elon Musk. You feel me? Does not excuse anti-Semitism if he is, but the notion that like that person having anti-Semitic tendencies and like Elon Musk as the, richest billionaire on the planet who commands an entire platform of mass communication, openly allowing Nazis to thrive on the platform. I mean, come on. If you're a Jew in the Western world, think about who's impacting your life in, genuine ways. How is that actually going to destroy your life? Allowing and encouraging Nazis to thrive on Twitter and to gain more prominence, get more clout, grow their movement, or the hypothetical 19-year-old who might actually be anti-Semitic, even though he said personally, when I asked him directly, that he has no issue with anyone as long as they are pro-Palestine. And then the European Jewish Association, the Jewish Voice of Europe, got together and conducted a live stream where Ben Shapiro interviewed Elon Musk. These guys this is ridiculous, dude. It's like, it's so crazy. Now, of course, I'm not going to watch this whole thing, but it's also like, I mean, like I said, it's gross because it's gross for two reasons. One, it's a way to launder Elon Musk's reputation and whitewash his reputation. It's like doing PR by partnering with a Jewish organization that's like, oh no, please, sir, come through. We'll make it so that nobody thinks you're anti-Semitic. Here's an association with the Holocaust too, and how bad the Holocaust was, and now, which is fucking real and very bad, and we're gonna use that historic atrocity to turn around and launder your reputation. That's number one. That's fucked up. Number two, invoking never again in this circumstance is also additionally gross because it is happening again. It's happening again, and Israel has used the never again rhetoric at the International Court of Justice specifically to describe why they should be allowed to do it again, this time to someone else. You do not have like a one free let's do genocide card. Like, it doesn't work that way. These motherfuckers mean never again to Jews, not never again to anyone. That's what's so fucked up about this. They will excuse a Holocaust and non-Jews in the supposed name of defending Jews from a Holocaust that's not happening. Yeah, I know. It's just like you can't. Your defense for a potential hypothetical future Holocaust cannot be to do a genocide in reverse to a population that you have occupied for 75 years that, first of all, does not have the power to do that regardless, and definitely doesn't have the tenacity either. Thoughts on the millions of Germans protesting fascism right now after the AfD party was exposed for plotting to expel 2 million ethnics to Africa? Bro, Germany is such a weird place. I don't know how to describe it. I feel like Germany is completely insane. I don't know how to describe it. It's like it feels like neoliberal fascism is at the Germany's at the tip of the spear on neoliberal fascism. I feel like they're writing the agenda because all things considered, Germany has a massive Muslim migrant population, right? Germany has a massive migrant population after World War II. They needed to beef up industry, and they brought in Turkish migrant workers. Obviously, Western Germany specifically was not denazified. Like it was not. It was, as a matter of fact, re-Nazified, specifically by the United States of America and Western powers, because they had a much larger goal at hand, the goal of the eradication of communism, right? A specter is haunting Europe. We must defeat communism. That's the real evil here. And who are the greatest commie killers? Well, the Nazis that we didn't kill. You know, they got a lot of combat experience. My point is, like, Germany is very strange on that front because, like, one, they have one of the higher Muslim refugee populations in Europe. And what I find really, really, really strange about this is that in spite of all of that, they have a growing momentum of obviously the AfD and parties such as that are openly fascist. But Turks are more secular Muslims? No, not the Turkish Germans. I think German Turks are becoming increasingly more disillusioned and increasingly more segregated on economic boundaries, and it's causing, I feel like, a lot of German Turks to become more and more reactionary, more and more right-wing. Having said that, there are no real leftist options. There are no real actual progressive communist socialist alternatives, especially in a place like Germany. I mean, you've seen the German anti-fascist movement. They were like breaking down the doors of a bakery for hosting like a talk for Palestinians and dumping like pig fat. That's what their anti-fascists are doing. And I just feel like, I mean, I don't want to make jokes, but I do feel like the some of these German fascists, anti-fascists have one speed. They don't know how to do anti-fascism. Perhaps that's what happens when you wipe out the partisans and all the Jewish socialists and trade unionists in your fucking country during the Holocaust, and then you don't have like a real institutional leftist momentum there, and the dudes that think that they're doing like leftist progressive momentum are just being insanely racist. That's a subsect of German Antifas. I'm just saying it's odd when you got anti-fascists who claim that they're anti-fascist, and then what they're doing is dumping pig fat on a bakery that hosted like a pro-Palestinian talk. That's the most psychotic thing I've ever heard in my entire life. That's like, you're insanely racist. It's also ironic because like pig fat is also not kosher either. It's not like it's anything. It doesn't do anything to the Muslims. Like the idea that like pig fat is going to like somehow make Muslims perish is insanely stupid and racist. But yeah, it's anti-Deutsche, right? Anti-Germans political current. That's the movement. Anti-Deutsch is the generic name applied to a variety of theoretical and political tendencies within the left in mainly Germany and Austria. The anti-Germans form one of the main camps in the broader Antifa movement alongside the anti-Zionist, anti-imperialists after two currents split between the 1990s and the early 2000s as a result of their diverging views on Israel. The anti-Germans are a fringe movement within the German left. In 2006, Deutsche Welle estimated the number of anti-Germans to be between 500 and 3,000. The basic standpoint of the anti-Germans includes opposition to German nationalism, a critique of mainstream left anti-capitalist views, which are thought to be simplistic and structurally anti-Semitic. Wait, what? They think anti-capitalism is anti-Semitic? Okay, these guys are literally, okay. All right, never mind. That's pretty funny. This is like the classic, that's full circle. That's full circle, baby. No, that's literally anti-Semitic. Saying anti-capitalism is inherently anti-Semitic is an anti-Semitic statement. Why? Because you're automatically saying, oh, you mean bankers? Yeah. That's right. You mean Jews, which is an insane thing to say because it's inherently the exact opposite of what anti-capitalists are saying. I love this, dude. I love these guys. They're fucking awesome. Hey, man, that Geiger counter is coming in handy again. Hold up. Hold up. Wait a minute. Uh-oh. That Hitler particle's going crazy, dude. Hitler particles detected again. It's pretty funny for Germans to say that anti-capitalism is actually secretly anti-Semitic. Why is that additionally funny? Because, dude, that's like, one, it has the underlying premise that like all Jews are somehow powerful bankers. That's number one. And number two, no, it was the partisan Jews in the KPD that was resisting the Nazi movement. And then you fucking killed them. Like your grandfather literally killed them. What are you saying? It's insane to have your own grandpappy play a role in the execution of communist, socialist, trade unionist, Jews, and non-Jews alike, and then using the same exact arguments that your grandpappy used. But this time, it's like for supposedly in defense of Jewish people. That's cool. Yeah, this is what I was talking about with the pig fat. These guys went in. The German pro-Israeli Antifa attacked a bakery run by leftists with migrant background with pig fat for hosting pro-Palestinian leftist organizations. Germans are unironically invoking their Nazi grandfathers to make that argument. German elites have convinced themselves that they get anti-Semitism in a way that Jews simply can't. They seem to have gained enlightenment through genocide. An example, when Der Spiegel did a bizarre takedown of Greta Thunberg, the only climate activist in the entire world they could find who didn't support Palestine was Luisa Neubauer, a leader of Fridays for Future in Germany. Neubauer was ready to accuse the entire climate movement of anti-Semitism. How does she know? Is she particularly close to Jewish culture? Has she been a scholar of anti-Jewish discrimination? No. The only qualification she referred to is that her great-grandfather from the Reemtsma dynasty was an SS member who donated huge sums to the Nazi party. Inheriting a ton of money from Nazis seemingly offers a unique education in liberal humanist values. I've heard this before, that like Germans think that they have a unique experience with the Holocaust because they did it, right? Or because their grandparents did it. And I didn't realize it was actually something that they openly say. Guys, I know a thing or two about the Holocaust because my great grandparents did it directly, right? Like they supported it. So I know it's like, yeah, but you know in the wrong direction. You know what I mean? Like you don't know in the right direction. Here's a great example, okay? Apartheid South Africa, post-apartheid South Africa, they know what it's like to withstand ethnic cleansing campaigns and exist under an apartheid because that's in the right direction. Those are like the victims, right? Those are the victims that took power. Like, and now they're the ones who are launching this investigation. So having the guys that did the Holocaust partner up with Israel to yell at the guys who withstood their own ethnic cleansing campaign to be like, no, you don't understand. We know how to do the Holocaust real good is not exactly the argument that you want to present. Yeah, it's the old joke. My grandpa died in Auschwitz when he fell off the guard tower. Yeah, it literally, that is literally what they're saying. If you argue with them, they love to say, well, you just don't understand how evil Germans are. No, I understand it. I understood it historically, and I fucking understand it now. No, I perfectly understand it. Oh, I understand it. Let me tell you. Like, I like Germany, okay? I will reluctantly admit this. As a Turkish person, Berlin, Kreuzberg, many parts of Germany have a massive Turkish diaspora. I visited many times. And like, while I'm not super fond of the boxy architecture in East Germany, I do think that they have great doner. You know, this is like, it just makes me really sad to see how intensely these guys have been like pro-Israel in the most racist ways you can be. This person said place of alleged genocide, and I assume they're not actually, as a 38-month subscriber, doing Holocaust revisionism. But I think they're referencing the Stop Anti-Zionism tweet. But you can't get spicy with that. Yes, I know that's what you're trying to say. Now, let me tell you, the person is referencing this tweet, okay? I posted about it earlier this morning. There's an account called Stop Zionist Hate, okay? It was created basically as the opposite of like what was it? Stop anti-Semitic hate or whatever, like the other account that is run by like a psycho. I didn't pay too much attention to this, but a lot of people who are more knowledgeable on the issue were saying that they thought it was strange that they were they thought it was strange that they weren't following any Palestinians initially. They were only following like Jackson Hinkle and all these other people. And I saw this tweet this morning and I was like, get the fuck out of here. Stop Zionist hate post. Elon Musk and Shapiro in Auschwitz, a town that allegedly witnessed genocide in the 20th century. Allegedly? Fuck you mean allegedly? That's it. That's all it takes for me. I see that and I'm like, nope, I know what's going on. Yeah, hold on. 1 second. 1 second, everybody. That's right. My Geiger counter's going off. Uh-oh. Hitler particle emission confirmed. It's radioactive. I see that. I'm like, nope. That's a lot of Röntgens, man. That's not like, not the good, not the bad. Okay. That's too many Röntgens. Okay. I don't know how many Röntgen it is, but it's too many. I'm playing Stalker and you just fucked me up with that. Yeah. Audio perverts. You are now dead. Anyway, look. All I'm saying is this is ridiculous. Bro said allegedly to the Holocaust, there is no faster way to prove you care more about hating Jews instead of protecting Palestinians than doing shit like this. Also, fuck Ben Shapiro and Elon. Their contribution to modern fascism is notable. That's crazy. I will probably never look at this account the same ever again. I hadn't paid close attention to it at all. A lot of people had personally said that what they were interested in is like just, clout or whatever. And the issue is like, this space is just occupied by a lot of motherfuckers who are so grifty. I don't like that at all. It just sucks that like so many people that pop off in like the supposedly like pro-Palestinian space, like there's a lot of motherfuckers out there who are just trying to get the bag. Here's their apology tweet, apparently. Our point in using the word allegedly was to show the double standards when it comes to discussing atrocities. We don't deny the atrocities of World War II. Zionists and the mainstream media use the word allegedly when reporting on Palestinians being murdered, yet they don't get labeled as anti-Palestinian atrocity deniers. Dude, what the fuck? This is not even a good ass. No, dude, that's crazy. Hey, I was just pretending to be a Nazi is so stupid to show the double standard of like how the media are being Nazis. Oh, come on. Crimes of World War II, not the Holocaust. Like openly state that the Holocaust happened. Okay, it did. You're fucking insane. Listen. Here's how it works. Okay, here's how it works. It's a very simple telltale sign. There is no easier way to fucking identify that you are dealing with potentially a fascist other than, especially if we're talking about the Western world, right? Like especially the easiest way to log somebody or clock somebody for Hitler particles is when they just like start questioning the Holocaust. It's like so profoundly well documented. It's one of those things where it's like you're climbing a mountain, brother, to get there. And that mountain, that is a hurdle that you must overcome. And that hurdle, you're not climbing that mountain without a shit ton of intensity and real belief that it must not have happened. Incredibly well documented. There are entire fields dedicated to covering it extensively. It's a matter of historic record. Okay, we're not talking like the atrocities that Genghis Khan dealt with. You know what I mean? Like that's insane. It's not that far. It's not that far off in our history. It's like it happened relatively, it happened relatively recently. You know what I mean? What is this? How is he so dumb? Immediately after Elon Musk visited Auschwitz, he replied to a post that echoes talking points popular among neo-Nazis and white supremacists who originated the White Lives Matter slogan and who cite Kill the Boer, an anti-apartheid struggle song, as evidence of white genocide. According to Wikipedia, Kill the Boer, anti-apartheid song, White Lives Matter, neo-Nazi slogan. That's insane. I don't think a lot of people understand what he's doing here, okay? From Elon Musk's perspective, he's like, no, I did the thing. Come on, Jews. I did the thing. Come on, let me have this now. Like, that's it. Like, he's like, what do you want? I went to Auschwitz. What do you want? The fuck do you want? Now I get to do whatever the fuck I want to do, That's like, from his framework, he's like, yeah, no, of course, I'm not going to stop being fucking racist. I'm just going to be like, not as overtly anti-Semitic. Like, it's a perfectly transactional situation here. Yeah, he thinks he did a racism carbon offset. This is his trade, exactly. And my man loves credits, carbon credits. Okay, that's all he operates in. Do you understand? He thought he was getting a racism carbon offset. You're absolutely correct, chatter.